movement. So we're going to, for this one, we turn our feet from first into parallel, so we're not so wobbly. We hold our skirts again, or our hips, or our waist, sorry boys, waists, and we rise up as high as we can without letting our feet do this. If our feet are doing this, it's because you're going too high for your little ankles. So we don't want our wobbly ankles, but we do want to try and get as high up on the ball of the foot as we can. So that might sound really easy, but there are a couple of things you really need to think about for this one. So we don't want to swish and wobble like we're on a boat. We want to be able to pull everything in and squeeze, 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 squeeze on the way up and squeeze, 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 squeeze on the way down. Remember, I always say, imagine you've got a piece of paper underneath your heels. So you have to kind of just kiss the floor and then straight back up again. We don't want to see plonk, up, plonk. We want it to be as slow and as smooth as you can. Maybe you could imagine that you've got something on your head. Imagine if you had a massive bowl of water on your head and you don't want to spill it as you're doing it. So, hands on waist, hands on skirts. So we rise up and down 3 times. And after the 3rd time, we do a little breath with the arms, looking over to the right. Little breath and down. Now, I know you love a breath, but don't get carried away. It's not a big wafty one. It's a little, breathe. Pick up your skirt or your waist again. Another 3 rises. And then this time you're going to do your breath over the other side. Little breath. And then you just finish in your starting position. Okay, so remember, as smooth as you can and as controlled as you can. So no wobbling. So pulling those tummy buttons, squeeze around your bottoms, everything really, really squeezing to help you balance. And right. Wobble because I wasn't squeezing my tummy hard enough. I think I've eaten too many Easter eggs. So yeah, make sure you're really squeezing so you don't wobble like Miss Katie did. Alright, the last one we're going to do today, this is our really tricky one. It's a step to the side and lift. So in class we normally hold our skirts, but today we're going to put our hands on our waist, everybody, so girls and boys. So palms flat, nice and tall. Don't lose your elbows. Make sure we can see them, shoulders down, neck really, really long, feet in first. So our step and our lift, we have to dégage to the side to start with. Then we transfer our weight. Then we point this foot, and remember what we said that our heels have to have a little kiss. So it comes into first, and then it lifts forward, just nice and low, and then it comes back in again. Okay, so there's a lot of detail in this one. That's what makes it really, really tough to get right. So really, really pay attention to all the steps. So we start in first, we dégage, we transfer our weight. Our legs are straight. We fully extend our other leg. It comes in, sliding on the floor. It kisses our heel, and then we lift it forward. And then we go back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now notice the only time when you bend your leg is when the leg is in the air. And you want to keep it a nice angle. You don't want it all this bent. You want it just a little bit bent. And remember, we're talking about, imagine if you have a star on the inside of your heel and you want to be showing that. So you need to open up the knee so you can really show this part of the foot as you're lifting it forward. So that is the only time the leg bends. All of the rest of the time the legs are absolutely straight. And it's especially important to keep them straight when you're lifting. Your supporting leg needs to be really strong, really tight so that you don't wibble wobble. Because this one's quite quick. Let's just go over it one more time before we do it with music. So hands on our waist. So point, step, kiss of the heels, lift, step and lift, step and lift, step and lift, point to finish, closing to first. Let's give it a go, folks. Maybe if you get really good at your balancing, you can send us some videos of you doing your rises with something balancing on your head. And even maybe your step and lifts with something on your head. That would be pretty clever. Nothing too breakable, but have a bit of fun with it. Alright, let's have a look. Step to side and lift. Step and lift. Step and lift. Make sure your heels are meeting in first before you lift the leg. And point to finish into first. Well done. So that's quite a few exercises for you to get cracking on. Yeah, have some fun. See if you can put something on the top of your head. Maybe you've got, mum or dad have got a basket, you can put something in it and hold it on your head and see if you can balance and do your rises and your pliés or use some books or something. That'd be a good challenge. So happy practicing and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!